Hello, my name is Gary Zambakjan from Lebanon. I came all over from Lebanon to here because I used to watch Eric Worre before 2 years, but this was hello. My name is Gary Zambakjan the biggest shock that I came all over from Lebanon. You love here because I used to watch Eric Worre before 2 years, but this marketing and you are struggling. This is the only plan that will make you succeed in 1 year, not 2 to 3 years. 1 year, you will make millions, I'm sure. I'm seeing the millions from now. Thank you. I'm going all the way, I'm going, yeah, my blood is rebel. I'm going all the way, I'm going to another level. To another level.
Hello, everyone, from wherever you are in the world now. How are you? Ready with the notes, pen? I don't know where you take notes, just are you ready? A lot of details to learn today. And great news. Very good. Oh, I just discovered something on your Zoom. I'm gonna try it. Just a second. I don't know if you see Gary Z here. So I can do this. And I can do here like second. If I do apply, yeah. I like it. 10x licensee. Okay, I like it. It's like television news. Okay, so let's see, what are you watching from? For the people who are watching me on Instagram, if you want to watch the workshop with the PowerPoint, you have two choices. Or you go to my story. There's the link there. The last story I just posted. There's a link there for the Zoom. You join me on Zoom. Or you can go to my YouTube channel and I'm live there. Okay. My YouTube channel is Gary Z with triple E. Okay. So Gary Z with triple E. Let's see the countries. We have Lebanon, Ghana, France, Montpellier, Netherlands. Oh, Lamis, I have great memories in Montpellier. Ready? UAE. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries until now. Saudi Arabia, 6. Lebanon, 7. Okay, so let's start directly. Let's start because I really have to finish today. So we have also other people from Dubai and UAE. Great. On the Q&A. Type in the chat, okay? Not in the Q&A. So I can see your chat. Perfect. So I have great news. Do we start with the news or do we start with the training? You tell me. Let's vote. News. Okay. So this week, next week, I'm launching my licensee business. Okay, so finally, this is the date. This is the week I'm launching. It can be Tuesday or Wednesday based on the details that I'm have to finalize. Okay, it might be Tuesday or Wednesday, but this week for sure. Okay, this week for sure. What do I mean? What I mean is I'm gonna start selling with special prices the University of Grant Cardone. That is for me the best university. I've been watching for 6 months now. those trainings, preparing myself. But those trainings that you are seeing an example in this workshop that I'm doing, and I'm going to do every week a workshop. But if you want to 10x and fast the process of growth, making more money this year, I highly advise you to get the university. Okay, contact me for that. And anyway, the other way that I'm gonna launch is mainly I'm gonna contact you all to see what's the best training to buy, what's to do for you to help for you, helping you to really 10x your life this year, financially, career-wise, whatever you do. This knowledge is very important. I keep on saying that the university here, I would say, comparing to what we paid for universities usually, it's nothing. It's peanuts with the knowledge. In university, you learn how you learn 3-4 years so that you what? Search for a job. Okay. Here, 1 year with this university, you'll be successful. I guarantee you, if you really watch it 1 year, you will be successful. I'm hyped up a lot for this year. My targets are clear. I'm going to make revenue $3 million this year. It's very clear because I know how now. I know how. Okay. So finally, I know how. The second thing I'm going to launch, part of the launch of the licensee business, is I'm going to create a team. I'm going to create a team with me to launch this project together, to grow this project together. We're going to help a lot of people together, and you're going to help yourself also. You're going to change your life also. So there's the requirement for the people who will be part of my team. There are requirements. Okay. One of the requirements is some tests I'm going to do to make sure that you deserve to be part of this team, to represent the 10x community, and also for those people who reach a target, a special target, they can also build their own brokerage team along the way. So they're not only going to make money from their personal stakes, they're going to make money also from the team they're going to create. Those details I'm going to finalize in the next 2 days so that the percentages, the commissions, everything will be clear. And then I'm going to start contacting people. So if you're interested to be part of my team, please, what I advise you to do, don't send me a DM, don't send me a message, okay? I highly advise you to go to my calendar and book a meeting. Let me meet you, ask some questions, make a first interview at the beginning, okay? Because I really want people who really deserve. I don't want people who just say, I want, okay? I'm gonna make sure that you deserve. And if you don't deserve, which means you're still not ready, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Don't worry, okay? So you become qualified to be part of my team. Okay, so this is the first, how much money you can make? A lot. Okay, a lot. Of course, it's based on performance, but if you perform, there's a lot of percentages, don't worry. Okay. So that's one. What do you mean, Bilal, with your question? I didn't understand. The second news is that tomorrow I'm going to launch my Telegram group, also part of that. So Telegram group called the 10x community. Okay. So I'm going to create the 10x community Telegram group where I'm going to give you everyday knowledge, where all the links of all the workshops or anything I do is going to be there, where we can every day when I watch trainings of Grant Cardone, I will send there so you can watch with me. Every day if I'm reading a book or anything, you can join me. You will have my calendar. You can be part of this community to learn from me. Okay, that's free. That's free for now. Okay, for now. But once I start growing my customer base, I think it's not going to be free anymore. So be part of it from now. I'm not going to remove anyone later. Okay, so but I don't think the Telegram group is going to be free to join later. So for now it's free. So I will put the link tomorrow on my Instagram, so you will join it. Okay. That's 2. 3, for the people who just joined, didn't listen to the first part, just when I finish, go back to my YouTube channel, listen to the recording, okay? I'm going to repeat again for the people who joined on Instagram. Go to this last link I sent I put in my story, so you can watch with PowerPoint and on Zoom the workshop, okay? So that's 2. Telegram group. 3, I'm doing a physical workshop, which also the link, I'm going to put it now in the chat and I'm going to show you the link. Safari, yeah, okay. So mainly I'm going to put you the link. There's a landing page to register. So the workshop is going to be 28, 29, the weekend. We're going to invest this weekend together. It's going to be from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. For the people who don't like long trainings, it's not for you. Okay, I really want to be selective with the people who want to be part of it, because this is going to be a real workshop. This is not just me talking. Okay, so we're going to really work together. This workshop is called Start Your 2023 in the Right Direction. It's going to be in Lebanon. Okay, I'm going to do another one soon in Dubai. So, but for the people who want to watch online, no, I can't for now. I will see if it's based on how I'm going to do the workshop, because I don't want you to, I really want to work with the people who join this workshop. Okay, so it's going to be in Lebanon, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 2 days. It's going to be in the Smallville Hotel. Make sure you register, and then you deposit. So it's going to be, but I forgot to tell you, where's the price here? Yeah, early bird ticket. I did early bird ticket for the people who are serious. They're coming anyway. Get your ticket from now. So till next Wednesday, the ticket is going to be $40. Okay, for 2 days. But it's worth more, honestly. I usually do free events, okay, but at this time I put some money just to see who's serious. In reality, who's serious about investing on themselves. Okay, I'm not making profit from this workshop. It's part of the strategy, that the team that I'm going to build, the success stories that I want to have, because I really want to have, with my coaching career now, I want to have real success stories. Okay, I don't want pretenders. They want to change their life, but they're not ready to get out of their comfort zones. Okay, so that's why I want serious people that invest their time, invest in themselves, and they really want to invest 2 days to start planning their year. Okay, so whatever is stopping you to grow in any career you are in, you're welcome. I'm gonna help you get out of your comfort zones. I want to help give you a direction. I'm going to give you exactly where to look for information so you can have a better year. Okay, so make sure you register. The early bird tickets, by the way, I think Leah forgot to put it. It's limited chairs, only for 15 people. Okay, the room fits 25. Okay, so the maximum 15 people can get the $40, and the rest it's gonna be later $50. Okay, letting you from now, it's gonna be 50 till the last day of the event, until the seats are sold. So I don't know when it will be sold, but I think it's gonna be fast. So for the people international, I will see. Okay, I will keep you updated. My advice: come to Lebanon. Okay, country is cheap, and you will spend the weekend where you're investing on yourself. I always travel to go to watch workshops. Part of my why, who I am now, is because of that. Okay. So I'm not recording. No, I'm not. But I'm on Facebook, on YouTube Live. It's recorded there. But thanks for reminding. Okay, let's start. Okay, so let's start the workshop. Any questions before for the three news? I'm going to remind them. The launch of the 10x licensee with the university and with the team that I'm going to build. 2, the Telegram. There's no question. I will update you soon. And 3, the event 28-29 January. Also, you put the money in the OMT card. We have an OMT card. You go to any OMT branch and you put the money there. Okay. So, any questions for those 3? By the way, if you want to reach me, you can book for questions or anything. You can book on my bio. There's in Instagram, there's Calendly, my calendar, where you can see my available timings. Okay, so you can book me. I might ask you before what's the topic, what we're going to talk about, so we make sure that I make sure we don't really spend half an hour for just answering one question, you know, just to make sure it is valuable. Okay. Great. Let's start. So last week, we were talking about in the road to cycles, understand the buyer. Before you talk to them, understand the buyer. At the beginning, we started with understanding sales, understanding, preparing ourselves. Okay. Remember, I am unique challenge. Not a lot of people did it. Okay. If you want to grow, make sure you start doing uncomfortable things like opening a camera and sharing what's unique about you. Okay. I'm going to give you one more week for this challenge. I want to congratulate Celeste, Farah, who did it also. And I always forget your name. Why I forget your name? Hannah, your name from Algeria. If you're here, please tell me your name for last time and I don't forget, because your name on Instagram is not clear. It's H. Okay, so that's why. Maybe you should change it. Okay, anyway, so I want to congratulate those 3 people who did the challenge. It's brave to get out of your comfort zone and do that. That's very important to grow, honestly. Do you think it's comfortable for me? It's not, but it makes you more successful. It makes you proud. Okay, so let's start from there. Preparing yourself, sell yourself first. Okay, don't forget, sell yourself first. The people who didn't do it, they sold themselves on not doing it. Okay, sell yourself on the positive thing. You sold yourself, I don't know what came to your mind. Got it? So don't do this mistake. Other than that, so we talked about later, understand the buyer. Before we start selling, before we learn the steps of selling, before we talk to anyone, we should understand the buyer. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to remind them first, understand the buyer. So the first rule in sale is always agree. Did you do that 24 hours challenge? Agree with everyone? Honestly, the first time I heard it, it was hard. In my life when I was doing it, it was hard, but I can promise you now, I reached to a point that 90% of all my conversations I'm going with, I agree. Okay, in my life now. And it's becoming much, much easier, less complicated, my relations with people. So sometimes it happens that we flip and then now I'm aware that it's wrong and then I'm able to fix it. Okay, because change starts by being aware. So the first rule, always agree, always agree, always agree. Never use the word no. Okay, never use the word no. Always agree, even if you don't agree. Agree. Okay, we talked about it. I don't want to go back to it, the reasons and everything. Just practice, exercise, top 10 objections, top 10 agreements that you should. I agree, I agree, I agree. So why? Because the customer wants to be agreeable. Doesn't want you to be right. Your mind, your ego wants you to be right. Okay, but if you want customers, if you want a lover, if you want happy children, children who love you and do whatever you want them to do, agree first and then change the conversation. Okay, don't say no. There will be resistance and they won't like you. 2, trust is critical to the sale. Okay, so you should build trust. You should understand that the customer won't buy because it doesn't trust you or doesn't trust the company. Okay, so your job is to create that trust. So it's not really that you have a great product or you are amazing or not, you're bad. It's just you didn't create trust. Okay, so your job is to create trust. You should understand the buyer is searching for trust, not for product. Okay, and if you trust, whatever you sell, they will buy. Okay, this trust is not the buyer's problem, it's your problem. Anyway, customers don't make sales people do. So customers, don't blame the customer. Don't give names for the customer. Okay, like he's cheap. This is a self-defense mechanism that we do. In reality, it's our job to sell. It's our responsibility to sell. Understand this. Understand the buyer. It's not his job to sell. Don't wait for him to tell you, okay, I'm gonna buy. They won't. Okay, it's your job to close the deal. They need help. They don't know how to take decisions, the clients. I'm doing all the posts on social media, but nobody's contacting me. You do the sales. You contact. Okay, I'm in the shop and people come and go and very few people are buying. It's your responsibility. It's not their choice. Got it? Take this responsibility. Understand this. Credibility. You have to be credible. They can trust you, but you cannot be credible. So you have to be trustworthy and credible. Okay. What do I mean? Credibility, I mean, you need to know what you're doing. Okay. It's your homework. You have to do a homework, understanding more what you're doing. The industry that you're in, you need to know more so they can see you somebody credible. So they can say, oh, he's an expert. Not every nutritionist is an expert because they have a degree. Okay. Not every architect is an expert. It's called expert, you know. Who is an expert? An expert who spent time to study a topic, who spent hours, days to study a topic. This person, they put him on television and they tell, expert in. By the way, if you Google or you go to YouTube videos and search weird experts seen on television. Okay, there are weird things. Okay, like there's experts of butterflies, experts of bacteria, experts of those are normal things, but there are very weird, funny things. But he's an expert in that topic. Why? He studied it, and not in university. Got it? You can be an expert in anything, not in university. But please don't fake it. Don't put yourself an expert of law and you know nothing, you know one topic of law. Okay, so don't put entrepreneur and you didn't reach 10,000 a year. Okay, sorry, a month. 5, a great attitude. That was the last topic we talked last week. A person can make another person feel good, can sell anything, and that's very, very important. Okay, any good experience you had buying something, it's because the salesman or the owner of the shop was in a very good attitude. And if they had a negative attitude, you wouldn't like that shop, or you don't like even that experience of buying that wasn't so nice. Okay, so a great attitude. I'm going to talk about attitude again later. Okay, so attitude is king in sales, I would say. This excitement when you talk to somebody. And I've seen a lot of people having a challenge with this. When I personally coach people to contact people, hello, how are you? I'm Gary. I'm calling you because I want to give you information about. Done. You lost the person. Okay. Hey, how are you? It's Gary. I'm calling you because I want to share information about the best training university in the world so you can change your life and financially, marketing, and you'll be famous and you will change your life. Are you interested to hear more? See the attitude. Okay. So attitude is important. And you can, what I learned is that you can build a good attitude. First of all, you have to remove things from your life to have always a positive attitude. And you do daily rituals also. Daytime, we talked about it last time. So now we're going to talk about treat them like a millionaire. Treat them like millionaires. Again, I'm going to remind you that what we are doing now is understanding the buyer. Okay? It's not about you. Understanding the buyer. And why you're going to do a positive attitude? Because people like somebody who has a positive attitude. And they will buy. Okay? Understand that people will buy from somebody who has a positive attitude. Okay? How many times you were like, no, I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy. And then his attitude was so good. They're like, he's good. I want to buy. Okay. That's a good effort. I want to buy. Okay. I'm going to remind people on Instagram, please go to my last story. I put the link of the Zoom, join to watch the PowerPoint also. Okay. So treat them like millionaires is number 6. What do we mean here? Well, what do we mean here? That those clients, understanding them, they want a 5-star service. Now, if you don't have that 5-star money to give that service, okay, which means that you don't have the best shop ever, you don't have the best decoration, you don't have the best look, you don't have the best education, you don't have the best anything. Yeah, life most of the time is unfair, but we can do a 5-star treatment no matter who we are. Okay, what do we mean? What do we mean? What we mean is, how would you treat a customer if you know he is a millionaire? You're going to call somebody, or somebody contacted you. Somebody got into your shop, your clinic, your whatever you do, and you know he's a millionaire. How will you talk? You know that a millionaire will visit you today. How will you dress? How would you prepare your look? What time will you wake up? If you're gonna do a presentation for a millionaire, how much will you prepare and train and practice? Okay? How will you treat if he visits you? The most important, you have to understand why. Imagine you treat like that every customer, even if they are not millionaires, and you bluff yourself in your mind that they are all millionaires. How would you treat them? So exactly, that's before even saying the steps of sales. If you only use I agree, treat them like millionaires, positive attitude, responsibility to sell, you really don't need the steps. Okay, so this is one of the most important things, that you bluff yourself. You're aware that, okay, even though I have a judgment against this race, the people who wear those shoes they don't clean their shoes. I can see that they have something in their teeth are yellow. I don't know what. You have your own judgment for people, or the way they talk, or the accent they talk, or the whatever. You directly, your programming gives labels to people based on your programming. Okay, if you can stop it and see every person as a millionaire, and that's how you treat him, I assure you the percentage of sales you're going to have is going to be much, much, much higher. Okay, so even if they don't buy, treat them like millionaires. Okay. Okay, so for the person who's asking about the slide back, just contact me later. I'll send you the whole PowerPoint, no problem. Okay. So 5 stars treatment. How do we do 5 stars treatment? Number one, focus on what you give, not what you get. That can help you help, aid, service, assist. Okay, 5-star. Always remember a 5-star hotel. Always remember a 5-star resort. Always remember how do they do it? How do they treat people? Okay, 5-star restaurant. Okay, the waiter, the manager comes and asks and everything. This treatment, it should be you. You have to represent that. Help, aid, service, assist, speed. Speed. Somebody asks you something, you should send an email to somebody. You should do it fast. Somebody told you, please, and you promise somebody, I'm going to do this. You have to do a 5-star treatment, which is fast, professional. Don't postpone. Okay. Help, aid, service, assist, give attention, energy, your attitude, your highest level of service. Love them. Give 100% of you. Don't allow interruption. Turn off your phone. When you're sitting with a millionaire, would you look at your phone? Would you make him wait a lot? Okay? Even if they aren't, treat them like millionaires. If they are always asking you cheapest price possible because you are servicing like a 2-star hotel, not a 5-star hotel. Got it? If there's always asking the cheapest price, if they're always saying, I don't have money, if they're always saying you're seeing a repetition of the customers are giving you the same objection, they're being cheap, the same objection over and over again, because you are not treating them like a 5-star hotel. Service is the only way to get higher prices and less competition. Got it? The way you can always sell higher price from the competition is to give, it's free, better service. Okay? Better energy, help, gift, assist. Don't worry about how much you're going to make. Think about them. Focus on them. Call now. Don't procrastinate. You take appointment and you are on time. Very well dressed. Birthday cards or birthday wishes. Visiting them. This is a 5-star treatment. And this way we finish the road to sales, understanding the customers. Now we're going to start the steps of road to sales that you were waiting for for a long time. But see, what I talked before is more important to be aware, to understand, to put it in your head, to start being part of your programming, because then the steps will be much easier. Let's go. 13 steps of road to sales. 1, attitude again. Okay? Even if you do the 12 steps perfectly, but your attitude is down, it has no value. So that's why the first thing, always make sure before you do any call, before you contact anyone, and the customer comes and you're fighting with your husband on the phone in the chat. Okay? Customer arrives. Do something to change your attitude. It's important, okay? It's very, very important. So personally, if I'm afraid to do something, I'm uncomfortable, okay? Like opening the camera and talk. I'm down, things happen in life. That happens to me also, okay? So I heard once from one of my mentors, Fraser Brooks. He does something and I like it and I do it a lot, which is clap 10 times. It makes your energy higher, your body muscles move, and your attitude will be better. Okay, we do it now like this. I feel the whole energy now in my body. Okay. That's one of the tricks. It's very fast. It makes you excited. Do jumping jacks. That helps also. Okay. Push-ups. That's physical. Okay. You can do affirmations. You can do this. I remember very well the first time I got, they told me I have to do a full presentation on a big stage. I mean 800 people big stage, not 50 people big stage, 800 people big stage. Okay, I have a big fear of stage, big. Okay, it's that big that it took me 9 years in my career to be on that stage. 9 years I avoided that stage. Now I got into that stage many times before, but never something. Look, the reality of my fear, it wasn't really the stage. The reality of my fear was a fear I had from childhood and school days, which is learning, memorize something and then say it, because my memory is shit. Okay, I need to read something more than 20 times to memorize it, and then when I'm gonna say it, all this memory in my head goes on top of each other and I cannot do a good sentence. Okay, so in my 9 years between 2010 and 2019, the only times I was on stage was when I'm just sharing my thoughts, sharing my experience, sharing my story, me giving a testimonials of a story. But a prepared PowerPoint presentation or training, and I'm gonna do it, okay? It was one-on-one, it's easy. Like 2, 5 people, 6 people, it's easy between us. But a big stage, oof, my mind used to fight it like hell. It was stupid, honestly, but that's how you grow. Okay. And then, so how I became successful till then? I became successful by finding people who love the stage and use them. Okay, that's what I do. I used to find people. I was good in coaching people, so I worked on myself. I focused on learn to teach. So I study well trainings. I understand everything. I know I was able to build the skill of learn and apply. Okay. So, but I never learned how to talk on stage. I didn't do that because it was scary. So I used to learn other things. So I used to help people to have confidence to talk on stage, but I never did it. So, and that's how already I built a huge business international without even be presenting on stage. Okay. Anyway, so in 2019 February, I never forget my the company that I was representing. I already had a big business in Lebanon, and they decided to do an event in Lebanon. From company, people came from all over the world, and they're gonna do an event, and to be proud and to make them their investment of time coming to Lebanon worth it, I decided to do a huge event. Okay, and I did an event of 800 people. I sold 800 tickets. People came, 800 people, and then one day before the event, they sent the schedule. Okay, and they put Gary Zambakjan presentation business opportunity. I read this. The problem, my ego didn't let me didn't let me say to the manager of the event that I never did this before. Okay, in front of 800 people, it will be a mess. It's better you put somebody. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want them to know that I have that fear and I never did it before. Okay. So my partner, Jinan, was sent me a message. Did you see the schedule? I said, yes. Did you see that they put business presentation? I said, yes. And she said, you're going to do it. I said, yes. She said, are you sure? I said, yes, I have to do it. Let's finish it. She was like, there's 800 people. You cannot risk it with 800 people. I'm like, don't worry. I'll take care. Second day, it's the day of the event. I reach into the room and I see the 800 people. My heart is beating so fast. And one moment I went to Jinan and I said, Jinan, you're going to do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. She said, no, I'm sorry. I can't do it. And I felt so bad that I went to the toilet, locked myself in the toilet, and I'm sitting there. I felt so bad. I felt like a loser. This is the opportunity I should grab to get out of this comfort zone, This is the time, and I was a pussy. I couldn't. Okay, so and then after like a minute or two, I started to change my self-talk. You can do this. You can do this. Come on. This is the chance. You have to do this. I went out, washed my face, looked at the mirror, and I looked at the mirror and I said, "This is the hotel of in Hotel Hilton. I'm in the toilet. I made sure nobody's there, you know." So I'm like, I looked at the mirror and I'm like, "You can do this. You can do this. See, I'm changing my attitude. You can do this. You can do this." Yeah, and I started to repeat my self-talk, the positive self-talk that's recorded already. I am the best presenter. I am the best. I am. You see, remember, set yourself first. So just a second, I have to put the charger for the phone and the laptop to make sure we don't have any challenge today. So what happened while I was saying that to myself, one of the doors of the toilet opened. So there was somebody who was listening, but thank God he was part of my team. He was like, "That's you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." I told him, just a second. Yeah, I told him I always do this before I go on big stages. I lied. So anyway, and then I went to Gina. I said, "I'm gonna do it. Don't worry." Okay. And thank God the presenters before me did some mistakes. They went too long, and some people, majority of the room went out for eating and stuff like that. And when it was my time, from the 800, there was only 200. So my fear level, which was very stupid, honestly, went down. There's only 200, okay? And I decided to have a better attitude and not be afraid. Imagine that there's only like those 10 people on the left and focus on them. And that's what I did. I was looking always on those 10 people on the left, and those 10 people, they were the most focused, and they became clients, by the way, because I was focused with them. I worked on my attitude, not the other details, and it was successful. And by the way, after that, my income grew 10 times. Why? Because people wanted me to present, and they wanted my presence. And I don't know, I always say the moments that my income grew, it's not because of some tactics practice, it's because I decided I took a decision, or I took a step to get out of comfort zone. And those moments that I went out of comfort zone made me have more income. Okay, so the first step is attitude. The second step is greeting. The third step is fact finding. I'm going to go through them. Okay. 4, appraisal or buyer profile. 5, selection. 6, demonstration. 7, the trial close. 8, service work. The write-up. 10, negotiations. 11, close. Just a second, I'm gonna turn off the live and turn it back on because they have a problem with the sound. Okay, live. Okay. 10, negotiations, 11, close, 12, delivery, how to use, and 13, follow-up. Now, let me make something clear. It depends on what you sell. Okay, it depends on what you sell. Maybe some steps are not included. Okay, this is in general. Maybe some steps are not included, but it's good to know because you will need it somehow. Okay, the most important, I would say every step is important. So step 1, attitude. I'm not going to talk about it more today. Okay, we can do a one-day training about attitude. Okay, anyway, greeting. And honestly, what I learned from Grant about greeting changed completely what I knew before. Completely. which is the greeting should be very short. It's not about asking questions. It's not about knowing the person. It's only an invitation to the next step. Okay. So the purpose of the greeting is make people feel welcomed, introduce yourself, put the buyer at ease, get on common ground, differentiate yourself from others, and get control over to you. So what I learned from Grant is that there's just small script that's the greeting, not more. Okay. So mainly greeting examples. Hello, my name is Gary. You? That can be the greeting, nothing more. No, sorry. There's the second step. So the first step is make people feel welcomed, introduce yourself. So that's the introduce yourself. Sorry. Hello, my name is Gary. You. One of the most important things he says, don't say don't give your full name if it's long. Okay, if it's complicated. So my family name is very complicated. Okay, I know it. So that's why I call myself Gary Z to make it easier. Okay, so Gary is enough. Okay, I even can say, hey, my name is Gary Z. Okay, so don't make it long because you want people to remember your name. Okay, that's very important. You want their name. Now, if you know their name, you can start like, hey, it's Gary. Hello, John. It's Gary. You see, I didn't even say Mr. Okay. Hey, John. That's what I learned from Grant, and it's working amazing. Okay. Make people feel welcomed. Okay, we talked about it. Let's not change anymore. I am contacting you because I want to share to you information about. So there is something that was one of my aha moments with Grant, honestly. It's the common ground in greeting. They say, and by experience, when you have friends, when you like somebody, when you love somebody, suddenly you focus on what? The common grounds, you know, like, oh my God, we are both Gemini. Okay. Oh my God, we're both have those priorities. Oh my God, we're both, and that's why you love each other. Okay. And then by the time you see the differences, and then you're like, did I take the right decision or not? Okay. But mainly what we're trying to do here is sell. Okay. And we want the person to feel a good experience. And if you want the person to love you and trust you and see you credible and everything, one of the techniques is, okay, find a common ground. But I knew this. But what Grant says, by experience, I discovered there's only one common ground. And because we want to sell fast, the target of 10x trainings is to sell faster. The cycle of sales should be faster. Okay? Fast enough, we will make more money. So he said, whatever we sell in our life, whoever is the customer, and our target is to find the right customer so we don't waste time. Okay? The common ground is information. What I'm saying can change everything. Everything that what you do can change your results in life. Information is the common ground between you and the right customer. What do I mean? In the greeting, you offer information. I am contacting you because I want to share to you information about. If he's not the right customer, then we don't have a common ground. Thank you, bye. Got it? It's simple. Would you like to know more about? Inbound, if you're calling inbound, which means somebody who already contacted you wants some information. Okay. Hello, my name is yours. Okay. How can I help you with more information? Because when you do that also, you are in control. You took the control of the conversation. You need some information? Yes. Okay. So he's waiting from you information. So you can guide the sales cycle the way you want, because you offered something and he wants it. Information, not selling, not taking money or anything. It's just information. Okay. Now, one of the things you can do in the greeting also is giving claims, big claims about what you sell. And they should be honest. The big claims are your best results. Okay, are your best testimonials. It can be are your best. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. Hi, my name is Gary. I'm contacting you about the best university in the world now that is online remotely, that already 400,000 students all over the world use it and changed their life and became successful out of it. Are you interested to know more? See, those are the claims. I can help you grow your income 30% in the next 90 days. You want to know more? Okay, so mainly that's it. That's the greeting. You get a yes and you jump to the next step. So the next step is very tricky. You said that you want to give information. He said yes, you don't give information. The next step is fact finding. So you say, before I ask you, before I give you the information, I want to ask you. Fact finding means finding facts about the client. Okay, the potential client, the prospect. Finding facts. And this is something very, very highly important. Okay, because I've seen a lot of people not do this or do it in a very wrong way. Okay, because all they care in your mind, not the winners, not the professionals, the amateurs, all they have in their mind is make a commission. And they miss this part. Like, I have a project, it's amazing, etc. And they start the presentation. If you didn't do fact finding, you don't know what the client really wants, how you can really solve their problem. Okay? And what product is best for them, you don't know because you never did the fact finding phase. Because people average, the average people, the mediocre people, the people who don't, not professionals, who didn't watch trainings, who are not investing time like you today, okay? They don't care what the customer wants, okay? And mainly that's not 5-star treatment, okay? So they start presenting directly. They think that if they are excited about something, everybody should be excited. And they rely only one plan in the road to sales, excitement. Okay, and excitement, yeah, attitude, got it. But without the steps, you will have miserable results. And then you will learn by experience and not by practicing before and learning. Okay, so fact finding, I always said before in my career, in my trainings that I trained before about invitation, is my weapon. Okay, for me, I can invite anyone, I can call anyone, because I got better in fact finding, asking the right questions. Okay, finding the right questions, getting the right data, information from the person, and use those data in the next steps, especially in the closing and follow-up. Okay, later. So that's very important. This step sets up everything. First, you need to know what they want. Quality questions speed up the process time with customers. Again, the target is speed also. Clarifying what they want. So you need to clarify what they want, why they want it, how they can justify what they are buying, how you can make sense of making this decision. Okay? Identifying what is the best product for them, identifying their real needs and wants. You can reach the steps 4 and 5 through your questions in the road to sale. Okay? So examples of fact-finding questions can be why you're interested about this product, or why you're searching for the service. What is the real need here? Okay, what are you really searching for? What need you're covering exactly? Okay, what is the problem that I can solve it to you exactly? I want to make sure I have the right product for you. You got it? So make sure to find the DBM, the dominant buying motive. You need to find the DBM. And if you find the DBM, the dominant buying motive, the sales is done. It's done. The rest are gonna be like playing chess, but you already know you did the right strategy before, you're winning it. Okay, so the sales is done. So he who controls the questions controls the sale. So even in fact finding, he starts asking more questions about the product. Okay, make sure don't let the customer get you out of the sales cycle. Okay, make sure that you guide this person. It's like holding the person's hand, or let me say something like this. Imagine your customer is a baby because he doesn't have enough information to make a decision. Okay, and you're the person, the older person, who's gonna take this person from place A to place B. So you're holding his hand and going through this road to reach from A to B. This road is the road to sales steps. It's called system. Okay, what do we do when the kid starts to run away because they saw a balloon, somebody selling balloon there? What do we do? Parents who have kids, come here. Let's continue the road. Okay, so that's our job. If they start asking questions about in the fact finding, yeah, sure, for sure, I agree. Of course, that's a very important question that we're gonna answer later. But let me ask you again to make sure I have the right product for you. Okay, so we don't waste time. Most salespeople go on to talk about the products and have no clue what the customer really wants. Okay, and also don't do the mistakes to have expectations in your head. You created a scenario that this person, for sure, he will love this product, and then you won't do a good fact finding. You jump to, by excitement, selling what you have. Okay, and that's because of your mind created a scenario that this person, for sure, he's a businessman, he has money, he will love this. No. Okay, he needs it. That's what you should check. Okay, so why that product? Why this website? What do you like about what you have? What would you change? Those are important questions. One of the questions in fact finding you can do also, ask for past purchases similar to this product or service. Okay, like if you're a makeup artist, you ask her experience with old makeup artists. It's very important. Okay, so you can easily see where it's your value that you can add, and she will prefer you. Okay, if you're selling let's say trainings, if you're selling a product, if you're selling an opportunity, you can ask about let's say if you're selling a business opportunity, okay, you can ask if he experienced building a business before and what was the experience before. Okay, so you need to know those details so you can later come when your presentation show that you can cover what was missing there. Got it? That's the key. So find the dominant buying motive. Okay, so you can use also this strategy. What, why, what, how. Fact finding. Our goal in the fact finding is to find out what problem your customer is trying to solve and what they would consider something they would love. Okay, so why is the product needed? What is the right product and how to present the product? That's what you're doing in fact finding in your head. Okay, let's see why this product is needed to the person. What is the right product for this person? Especially people who have many products, okay? And how to present this product based on how he thinks, past experience, what he really needs, what is he really searching, okay? And what do I mean by really searching, okay? If you're in an electrical shop and somebody comes, he says, I want to buy a television, okay? What he really needs is a television? No. If you think that what he really needs is television, then you're not going to do fact finding. Okay, fact finding is why he really needs a television. Okay, why you're buying a television? You ask, why do you need a television? Oh, I love he might say, my old television is not working anymore, right? Okay, so he needs a television to replace. That's the real need. Replacement is the real need. Okay, so what to replace with comes also to check if he has other needs. Because the easiest thing as I can do as an amateur salesman is, okay, which television you had, what the size, this is what you can replace with, it's new. That's average. That's not professional. The professional who can get the best thing for this client is, what do you watch usually on television? You watch movies, sports. What's the time you spend the most? You use internet on it? What's more important for you, the vision or the size? The sound? If you ask those questions, you can sell a higher price television because it will solve the real need this person has with television. Listen, you can replace it with this cheap one, but you won't experience the sound and the vision like this one. Got it? Because if you don't do that fact finding, because you hate your job, sitting in that shop, and they're like, he needs television, let him get away, you won't make more commission. But if you do that 5-star service, making sure you get what he wants in the fact finding, you will sell higher price and you will make higher commission. Got it? So same applies with everywhere. Same applies with everywhere. You're on a date. What you do on a date? If you're only thinking to go out to continue with that girl at the house, you're not doing fact finding. Okay, the girl won't like you. Got it? Example. So girls the same. If you're meeting girls and you're thinking about marrying this guy, okay, you should do fact finding. Okay, but fact finding, not thinking about you, thinking about them. Okay, see exactly what they are searching for. Okay, why is the product needed? What is the right product? How to present the product? I took a long time on fact finding because for me, it's one of the most important steps. Okay, if you're not able to sell later, you're saying, oh my God, he's not replying. He's not, no. Why? Because maybe you didn't do a good fact finding and you didn't discover what they really are searching for. Maybe it's not the real one. Okay, it's by experience you will get better. There's a full training for fact finding, okay, in the University of Grant Cardone. There's like hours. So I'm trying to make it shorter here. What's the time? Okay, we still have time. So good questions example. So those are good questions example. You can use a similar of it or the same as you wish. What would you like to have if you could afford it? Okay, that's a very important question because people tell you my budget is like this much. But if you give them what they are really searching for, they will pay more. Don't never believe that this is my budget. Okay. Personally, I'm a person who did this many times as a customer, by the way, many times. Okay. I would say that I'm going to rent a house. My budget is this much. And when I start searching for houses, my budget gets higher. Why? Because what I'm really searching is not a place to sleep only. It's not a roof on top of me. It's the experience. Okay? It's the view. It's the coziness. It's the table where I can work remotely in a nice place. It's the garden. It's the people in the building. That's what I'm searching for. Okay. So that's what I'm really searching when I look at the house. So if I say that's my budget and I can't find what I'm searching for with that budget, then I go higher. So that's why it's a very good example of question you ask personally. What would you like to have if you could afford it? So you know exactly what they are really searching for. What do you like to have that you are not willing to give up? That's an important question. What have you done before that you would like to repeat? What would you like to have next time that you don't have now? Go back to the same similar purchase. Don't ask negative questions. That's very important. Okay? And in the fact finding, don't judge. It's only about questions and answering, yeah, I understand, I agree, I understand, I agree. Agree is all the way the steps in the road to sales, by the way. Always. All the steps. Agree, I understand, you're right, 100%. We will do it. I'll do it. Don't worry. Okay? It should be all the way. So, and that's something I used to do a mistake and I learned from Grant, which is trying in the fact finding, I used to take the person to a place that I tried to put myself in a higher posture. So which means I used to lower the person abilities so that I can come and say, hey, I can help you. Or I learned from Grant that was very wrong. That was very wrong because I can get the control from the greeting. Common ground, information. Okay. And then ask questions to see how I can help this person without criticizing what he does, without feeling bad about what he's going through, and making sure, give positivity. Oh, don't worry, it will be solved. I know it's hard, but we can do it. You can do it. I can see in you. Okay, so not make the person feel bad. That's very important. No negativity. No negativity allowed, remember. Okay. So demonstration. So as you see, there's here attitude, greeting, fact-finding, appraisal, or buyer profile. This is something I'm not going to talk here. By the way, there's 13 steps. It's a full, like, hours of training, honestly. And I put the most important ones now. Okay, the most important. I'm just going to explain because I didn't put the appraisal and the selection. I'm going to explain what they are. Appraisal or buyer or profile or buyer profile, it's mainly by your fact finding, profiling the person, the customer, what kind of profile a person he is as a customer. Okay, and that's, we can do another training of it, or you can watch it in the University of Grant Cardone. Okay, selection is selecting which kind of product is best for this person so I can present it. That's the selection. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the demonstration. Some people call it presentation. Demonstration. Make sure you know what the customer values in fact finding. Demonstrate what the customer wants with features, advantages, and benefits. And people make a mistake mixing those, thinking it's the same. Okay. And you should know and prepare yourself from before. You should do this activity, this homework, differentiating between the feature of your products, the advantages of your products, and the benefits of your products. But the three of them should be in the presentation. And let me explain first the difference. Number one, a feature is something offered on your product that is particularly attractive. Okay. If you're the product, you can do the same on yourself also. Okay, so the feature is something offered on your product that is particularly attractive. Okay, advantage, it's a condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position. That's the advantage. Okay, benefit is what do I get because of the features and advantages. Okay, so let's take an example. I'm going to take an example. The Mont Blanc pan. Okay, the Mont Blanc pan. I'm going to take that example. What's the feature? The feature is of the Mont Blanc pan. It's beautiful, very good quality ingredients, and it has a white head, the symbol that makes it unique. Okay. What's the advantage? The advantage is luxury product. It makes you it makes different. It makes you feel different. Okay, than people who use normal pan. That's the advantage. And also they have an advantage, they have warranty, and they can replace the ink for free even after 3 years, 4 years. Those are advantages comparing to the competition, right? What benefits? It makes you feel a millionaire. It makes you feel special, very special, like you're in the high class of people. Okay, so this is the, again, the benefit here also can be what the person is searching in the fact finding. We write it. So when you're presenting, you talk about the feature of your product or service, you talk about the advantages, and the benefit is the problem that he was talking about. How the feature and advantage can solve the benefits he was searching for. Easy to sell after that. Easy to close. Okay. Demonstration based, by the way, you should do a homework, as I said, create a list of features, advantages, and benefits, and then let's jump to demonstration basics. So now, be interesting and not interested in the demonstration basics. Okay. Gary, I watched your trainings before. You never said be interesting. You should be interested. I know, we're growing. Okay. In the fact finding, you be interested. In the demonstration, you should be interested. Interesting and not interested. Okay, because now it's the time of presentations, the demonstration, so you show your best. How you can solve his problems. You show it. You should be interesting. Make sure you bring up the DBM, dominant buying motive. Okay, so see, we have the dominant buying motives, and then when presenting, we remind them. Bring it up. Personalize your presentation. At the beginning, when you're selling something new, you don't need to personalize it. You can copy some presentation that is successful, but please don't make it long-term. You're just copy pasting. Along the way, you should personalize your presentation. Okay, it should be unique. It's your presentation. Practiced road. Yeah, so practice on the road your presentation. When you're driving into, practice it along the way. Okay. Super freak your presentation. Positive attitude, smile, proud, convinced 100%. Know your product very well. Have full control, but interact by asking questions with answers yes or no, clear. Okay. What do I mean here? So when you're doing the presentation, have full control. You're talking, you're doing your show. Okay. But if you're only focusing on what you're saying, what you have to say, so you don't forget anything, I want to assure you the person is thinking about something else. Because the people can't focus more than 10 minutes, 5 minutes about the topic. Their mind will go shift somewhere else. Okay, so if you want to make sure that they focus 100% with you, every time try to find questions. Okay, got it? Are you with me? Okay, so that you make sure that they are focusing, because in their mind, when you say clear, you understood? So the question should be always with a yes or no, clear. Got it? With me, 100%? Okay, questions like this. Make sure you do an eye contact. Check if he is focused. Okay, I've seen a lot of times people presenting to somebody with passion, attitude, super freak. The client is on his phone. Why? Because the person is trying to focusing on the text and not really focusing on the customer. Okay. Assumptives. Give future ownership to the customer. And this was another aha moment with Cardone. Okay. So when you're doing the presentation, okay, about a product or a service, you talk about the product and the service like it's theirs already. What do I mean? If you're selling a car, let's say, okay, how would you feel if you sit in your car? He didn't buy it yet, but you talk like it's his car. Done. It's his all the time. Why? Because if you start a mental ownership in their head, then they will buy it. And by the way, there's nothing in our life that we bought without having a mental ownership in our head before. So why don't we create it? Let me explain. Who bought food today? Who did delivery food or something today or yesterday? Put number 6 in the chat. Who ordered delivery in the last 2 days, 3 days? I want something recent, you remember. Who did shopping in the last 2-3 days? Put number 6 in the chat. Okay, Stephanie, what did you buy? What did you buy, Stephanie? Jacket, food, and food for the dog. Okay. Stephanie, didn't you imagine that you were eating that food before clicking on buy or paying in your head? Imagine the taste. Nothing we bought without having a mental ownership in our head. The jacket. Did you imagine it going out with it, with maybe somewhere, somehow, I don't know, but somewhere in your head, you imagine I can use this jacket for this. Okay, been thinking about it for a week. Exactly. So why we're gonna wait to have them their mental ownership, and we can create that mental ownership when we are doing the presentation. Your business, your university, your jacket, your best sandwich, your, I don't know what you said, okay? Your health, your body, your gym, whatever. So create a mental ownership precedes every purchase. If you start, if you use your, it will change the game. It will change the game. So in the presentation, there should be, I'm going to repeat, features, advantages, benefits, use the DBM, okay, super freak, and then make sure you use assumptives, which is create the mental ownership before they buy. And sell yourself. Show the features, advantages, and benefits of buying from you by using assumption. Mainly that's it. Okay, so to summarize the presentation, show the features, advantages, and benefits of buying from you by using assumption and solving the DBM. I would add that. And that should be the presentation. Okay. Again, I jumped some steps. I'm going to explain them fast. So we were 6, and then I jumped to 11. So 7 is the trial clause. The trial clause, it's mainly you try to close a higher product to make sure that that's the product that they want, or you try to close another product that what you presented to make sure that's what they're really searching for. Because sometimes maybe you are on the wrong product. So this way you make sure. So you're presenting and everything, and then you're like, yeah, if you want, there's this price like this, and then they will make, no, I want this. Okay, done. Okay, so that's the trial clause. It's very powerful. 8 is service work. And this is mainly if you're not working online, this is in a shop or in a physically you're meeting the person. The service work is you prepare a full how you present this product with the work, the service work. It's a full training for it. Okay, I will choose it. I would prefer somebody who has already that case. He has a shop, he has a clinic, he has physical interaction with their clients. Okay, I would prefer they watch this training, the service work, and create their own way based on the details that Grant teaches. The write-up is mainly you sit with the client and or you reach to the point where we're creating exactly what he wants. We're writing on a paper exactly what he wants. This is it, and this is the price. Okay, so that's the write-up, the whole process of finalizing the deal. Okay, the exactly how the deal is going to be. Negotiations. And negotiations is mainly making sure exactly that's what he wants, the less doubts, the less details and everything. Okay, so we make sure the negotiations and then we close. So I'm gonna go to, did I go back? Yeah, I went back. Okay, like finding, demonstration, basics, closing the deal. Closing the deal, honestly, it needs 2 other workshops for the closing, okay? Because there's a lot of details in the closing, but I'm gonna give you the necessary basics now, okay? Closing the deal is a service to help the person take a decision to exchange something of value, okay? I'm reading now, where's my book? I'm reading now The Closer's Guide by Grant Cardone. It's a full book about only closing. Okay, it's amazing, and a lot of aha moments I'm getting in the book. Soon I will do a training about closing. Okay, so closing the deal is a service to help the person take a decision to exchange something of value. The customer must sold on your product, trust you, be a decision maker, see more value in what they're receiving than what they're giving, be financially qualified to make the purchase, and be closed by you. So that's how we close that, not how. Those are the must. All included, all this menu should be included so you can be able to close the deal. Okay. Why people don't close? I'm going to talk about that now. Why people don't close. Number 1, if you're having problems with closing, listen well. Okay. Number 1, the close was never attempted. There's something I learned from Grant is that selling is different than closing. Selling is the steps before, and close is a different step. And a lot of people, they do all the sale before, all the stat, demonstration, presentation, and everything, and they don't even learn how to close and don't even attempt how to close. And I think majority of sales didn't happen in this world because majority of people didn't even attempted to close. Okay. Number 2, and that's I've seen a lot. I did this mistake before. Okay. It took me time to get over it. Pressure is perceived as a bad thing. Oh, I don't want to pressure him. Okay, close the deal. I don't want to pressure him. He won't sell. You are responsible to sell. You are responsible to close. Okay. So, and by the way, pressure is a good thing if you have the right product for the person. And by the way, prospects and clients sometimes gave you the green light to pressure and you didn't see the light. Okay. So pressure is good. Let me tell you why. Because those people, if they can buy without you, then the companies or opportunities or those products don't need you. Got it? Your job is to pressure the people to buy, not pressure because they don't want, no, because it solves their problem. If you really believe that your product can solve the problem that he has, then you can pressure. Okay. And they will thank you. If you reach to a point when the client tells you at the end, thank you, then you pressured. And that's why they're thanking you, because they couldn't take the decision alone. They needed somebody more confident about the product or the service. Unwillingness to deal with emotions. A lot of people don't try to close, or they tried and they quit because there's a lot of emotions, and you will see a lot of emotions in the client. Like they're trying to make sure that they don't trust, and everything has a lot of emotions. And you're like, I don't want to put people in the situation. I don't want to feel the situation, so I don't want. Welcome to the business world. It's a numbers game with skills without emotions. Okay, you have to be emotionless. That's homework to do. A lack of belief in the product. Why people don't close? Because you have a lack of belief in the product, and you have to do your homework about the product. You should sell yourself on the product first. Okay. I've seen a lot of people in network marketing before. When I used to train people, they're like, I talked to 10 people, 5 people, they're not interested. Are you using the product? Not yet. Do you believe the product works? I didn't try it. I don't know. Of course, they can't close. Got it? Of course. You don't believe in the product. An incorrect estimation of effort. What do I mean? People think that, okay, let's talk to 10 people, you will find 2-3 clients, and that's how it works. It's a numbers game. Okay, wait. There's an estimation, there's an effort to be done. And by the way, the close usually happens between the 8th and 12 contact. Majority of closes happen between the 8th and 12th contact. So there's an effort to reach the 8th meeting, the 8th call, the 8th message, there's a lot of things you have to do, follow up, and a lot between the 8th and the 12th. Majority of closes happen, and that's why majority can't be successful in business. They can, but they don't know this. So they try 1, 2, 3, and they stop talking to the person. 1, 2, 3 step, they stop talking to the person because he didn't reply. No, you have to be in contact with this person 8 to 12 times to close the deal. You have to know this. Okay. See, it's important to learn sales before you sell something. Okay, this is a data information I'm talking about that are real. Being reasonable. What do we mean? I don't want to be outraged. I want to be reasonable. People who like to be reasonable, not positive, those people. Being reasonable. I want to be reasonable with the people. He said that he doesn't want to buy now, next year. So I want to be reasonable. And I put his name next year. You cannot be reasonable and have 10x sales, 10x volume income. It's impossible. That's not the real reason he postponed you after a year. He doesn't trust you yet or the product. Okay. So there's missing information. Don't be reasonable. Okay. In your mind, this client already bought. So the rest is your job. No financial plan in place, which means that you didn't put a target for yourself. Like this month, I have to do this much money, or this much revenue, or this much income, or this much profit. You need to have a financial plan. How much from now till then? Now till next week? Now till 3 months? Now till 6 months? We have an event. How much people we should have there? So there's a financial plan should be done. And when you put deadlines, you start pushing yourself to close. When there's no deadline, you postpone. So you don't close. Okay? You close less. When there's promotions in companies, you see suddenly people trying all strategies to close a deal. Suddenly, because there's a deadline, there's a promotion, or they're going to lose something. Okay, so there's a financial plan suddenly. Okay, majority don't put their plan. They wait somebody put them a plan. Oh, there's a promotion. Let's work. Why don't you work on your goals anyway? You're working only for this promotion. Yeah, so that's in programming from university. We talked about this. Okay, handling objections that are only complaints. This is another training, honestly, that I learned, and I highly advise you to learn. Okay, there's a difference between complaints and objections. Not all objections are objections. Majority are complaints. Okay, and you should learn the difference. Shortage of closing material. What do we mean? So let's say you're selling, I don't know, you're selling clothes, okay? And There's a lot of people just saying, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to turn to other shops and everything. And you don't have anything to really try to close the deal at that moment. So closing materials can be, if you buy this now, I will give you this. If you do this now, if you do it now, if we make the deal now, I can give you that. So those, you keep them materials at the end. You don't give everything from the beginning. You give at the end. So you have many materials to use based on the person, what he likes. Okay. I remember I was in a jewelry shop, and I was turning to buy a gift, and the person, the saleswoman in one shop, I told her I'm gonna turn. She was like, well, if you buy it now, I can give you a gift, another gift. And it was Christmas. You know, on Christmas you buy gifts for other people, everybody. I'm like, oh, I have a free gift. I'll take it. Okay. So she didn't say it from the beginning. And I told you, didn't say it from the beginning. She said, I keep it for the last. So see, this woman is good in sales. She's well trained. She used the closing material at the end, because when I said I'm going to do a tour, she was like, I have it. You have the right product for the person. You told me, she told me, you have the right product. So I wanted to make sure you don't waste your time. She was amazing. Attitude, everything that I'm teaching. Okay. 10, incorrect barrier. And by the way, she made me pay more than my budget. Okay. More than my budget. Incorrect barrier. So mainly, number 10, why people don't close, because they create barriers. Like, I don't think I'm going to close because I don't think I will able to close this person, because you create that in your head. You are the barrier, nothing else. Nothing else. Don't create blames. You are the barrier. Okay. Tips for closing. Start the road with emotions and finish it with logic. What do we mean? We started the road to sales with emotions. What's happening with you? What are you searching? How do you feel if you have that? How can I solve the problem? Those are all emotions. Okay. But to close the deal, when we jump to the close step, it's logic. And mainly it's step by step. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's different. It's logic. And by the way, it's steps based on what they say, all written, all prepared from Grant Cardone. Okay. If they say this, you say this. If they say this, you say this, all written. Write visual plan. Clarity is key. Okay. So it's very important to write the clause, or a paper, or if you're working online, selling online, you write exactly what's the deal. Okay. There should be visual plan and clarity. Not just this is how much we sell. Written, always better. As for payment and help with solutions, don't post. I know it's uncomfortable to ask for payment. It's very important to use it and make it part of your habit. Stop being afraid of it. Be a problem solver in the closing. Every time they give you a problem, you solve it. Done. Agree. Yes, I understand. I can solve it. I can do this. Problem solver. Practice closing questions before every meeting. That's a very important tip. Okay. It's very important you do daily role playing. And that's what we're going to do in the community of 10X. So we're going to do daily role playing. And we already started, by the way, with my team. We do everyday role playing with the closing questions. Never put someone out. Follow up. Never put someone out. He's not a client in your list. Never. Always follow up. And Grant gave me like 23 ways to follow up. Even the people who don't answer. Okay. And I'm using them, and wow, it's magic. It's magic. Always remind the DBM whenever he feels uncomfortable or making reactions. Always agree, never say no. And that's how we finish the training today. So, any questions? I'm gonna make sure. First of all, let me send you the link of the event, of the workshop that I'm gonna do on 28, 29. Next week, the training is gonna be about financial education and money from Grant. Okay, next Sunday. So I'm gonna share here. This is the link. You can copy paste it to register for the workshop 2 days. It's gonna be more personalized, the workshop, as I said, based on every person, their problem, what they want to grow, what is making them stuck. So it's not really a full like training. You're gonna sit and watch. No, we're gonna work together. Okay, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna help you get out of your comfort zones. Okay, if you're willing to get out of your comfort zones, please come. If you're not willing, I don't need your money. Okay, let's make it clear. If you're willing to get out of your comfort zones, because that's the only way you can grow and grow your income. So you should get out of your comfort zone. So whatever is your barrier, it's going to be challenging, going to be fun. We're going to laugh. Okay. But it's going to be a group of people that you like to be with, and hope you can build friendships with them also. So we're going to build something beautiful together, and I need good testimonials. So I want to make sure to help you grow. Okay. By just every Sunday going on a training like this. Yes, I'm helping you guys, but it's different personally. Okay. So that's why I'm doing this workshop. I want to meet the serious people, and let's do it together. Okay. And for the online people, I will talk to you soon. Also, I will send you the Telegram link tomorrow, and I'm going to put it in my Instagram. So this is better in Telegram, because I will have one group for the people who are interested to learn from me. It will be easier, and then we will see where it will go. Okay. And then we will see where it will go. Give us the link. Baya, talk to me privately, please. Because I'm sure also Leah put it in my calendar. So you can check my calendar at 28, 29. It's in my bio on Instagram. If not, please talk to me. Other than that, that's it for today. It was any questions about, I don't know, what do you sell? What do you do? Any questions you have, please let me know. It will be interesting, because if there's a topic you didn't understand, a point that you didn't understand, because sometimes you forget how you learned something. That's something I discovered. When I teach something, I forget how I learned it. And based on cases, I can go back to remember how I learned it and what kind of problem I faced, how I fixed it. So if you have any questions about the training, maybe the training I did from the first time until the part 1, part 2, part 3, I'm just going to give 5 minutes for any questions you have. Also, if you want to be part of the team that I'm building, the 10X team, that it's financial opportunity, okay, also contact me or book a meeting with me in my calendar. Okay, great. Then see you next week. So next week it's going to be about, next week it's not 28, right? Just to make sure. No. Okay, so next week it's going to be financial education. Everything I learned financial education about from Grant, because he discovered that if you want to learn how to be entrepreneur and sales, first you should fix the money mindset before those. So next week I'm going to do the money mindset workshop. See you all. Love you.